Good evening, folks. As you may know, the stream is getting started soon. I'm working out a few things in the program system. Looks like our internet's a little bit goofy today, so please stick with me. I'll be switching over to the live stream fairly soon, and please stick around. And if you want to, you can post questions in the comment section below or in the chat box. Questions are appreciated throughout the stream, and I thank you for your patience, and we'll get on with the show shortly. Thank you. Hello, my name is SpartanCam15 and welcome to my livestream devlog of my new game, Project FPS. In this livestream, I'll answer your questions while learning and developing the core game mechanics for my character, setting up the first level of the game, and discussing ideas for future versions of this project. I'm currently using the Unreal Engine by Epic Games as the base system. After failed attempts of using the Blender 1.79b game engine and the Unity game engine, I turned to the next affordable engine I could find. I have thought about using the Autodesk Maya game engine, but with the finance I had at the time, I could not afford it, and taking a class to obtain a less costly version would have not worked with my present schedule. After playing around with Unreal, I fell in love with how easy it was to programming using a node-based system instead of a script-based design. It has been programming and general designing less stressful and more enjoyable every time I use it. It makes designing and programming complex commands and pipelines more streamlined. Now on that note, let's get back to the live stream. Hello everyone, my name is SpartanCam15 and thank you for joining me on this special occasion. We are in as I said, the Unreal game engine. The only real engine that I prefer. As I said, it's a lot more streamlined than any other game engine I have ever used. As I said, I've used Blender's game engine in the 1.79b version of the deal. They currently do have Blender out for 7.8, and 7.81, I believe. If you guys want to check that out, it's a great. It is a great platform for general modeling, animating, and a lot of smaller stuff that usually you could use Maya or AutoCAD for. But if you are like me and have absolutely no finances and are still going to school, Blender is the program for you. It's free to use, and there's a lot of community help if you get caught up in something. It's the same thing with the Unity game engine. The Unity game engine has a lot of good references. You can check out the forums if you ever get stuck, especially on these pipeline designs. Currently what I'm doing is I am setting up the weapon base for most of the systems. So as you can see, get up close to the character, I'm working on getting this rifle, and if we press play, as you can see, we can move around very effectively, we can hop. The only problem is we're still setting up the jump animation. As you can see, we are running and jumping at the same time. So, and also we got ourselves a health and armor bar. Now the whole purpose of this is when you're in game, say if you walk into a mine, as we can see here, we walked into what I call the ouch box, which is sitting right here, in this little area, right here. What this does is basically tells the engine that I have taken damage. What happens is when I walk into this, if you see in the lower, that red bar dropping, that is my armor. Once that is depleted, we can just sit in here. So with this one's a little bit more interesting design. As you can see, my health bar is diminishing as I stay inside the ouch box. This is a very interesting pipeline for how complex it is. If I can get my mouse to do what I want it. Let's see here. So we're going to go over to characters. We're going to go over to our third person system, if I can find it. I believe it's over here. As I said, I'm not the most organized. As you can see, what you see here is the general viewport of the engine, which can be used to set up basically everything you need, from the standard first-person view camera, which is placed conveniently behind the head and a little bit in, and also your iron sights camera. This is what you switch to whenever you right click, as you usually do. So as you can see here, we already have a fair bit of program systems already in, some program pipelines already set up. A lot of these are for the different actions, from firing to reloading to actually telling the health bar system what it's supposed to be doing. Now today we're basically going to be sticking with the weapon base, setting up a firing mechanic or reload mechanic, if I can find it here. So currently we are now set up, so if we read through the pipeline, we have our main reload starter. This is our function. So say if we press R on the keyboard, what that's going to do is send the engine is going to send in a branch. It's going to check for the condition. It's going to see if our clip size matches our ammo, and if it doesn't, what it's going to do, it's going to go into another branch where it checks again the max ammo clip size, if the max ammo is greater than the clip size, or the clip size is greater than the max ammo. Either or. If the max ammo is greater than the clip size, what's going to do is send through this set of boxes here, this set of commands. This set is going to take the max ammo, which has already been pre-adjusted here. The max ammo for per clip. Clip size is 25 rounds, same as the max ammo. Ammo, on the other hand, is 100. So it's going to take the max ammo information and set it in, and if both of these are the same, or the clip size is greater than the max ammo, it's going to pretty much do nothing. Now, if max ammo is greater than the clip size, what it's going to do is go through the true set, where, if I'm reading this correctly, it's going to go into this variable. It's going to judge the clip size and go into this side, go into this variable, from which it will then fill up the clip. It will automatically reset the system for that purpose. Now currently, as you can see, hold on, wrong one. As you can see in the build, we're having technical difficulties. As you can see in the build, if we fire our gun, if we did the programming correctly, we'll find that it should stop at 0. So since it stopped at 0, there should be no bullets coming out. Now if we press R, as I am doing now, I wish they had a screencast key. I'm pressing R and nothing is happening. So that's what we're going to work out today. As I said, we're going to be working on, we're basically going to be learning the same thing. So if I become quiet during the live stream, it is generally because I'm watching another YouTube video on how to fix that problem. So currently what we're going to be working on for right now is trying to fix our reload. So if we go into here, I don't believe that's right. I'm terribly sorry. I cannot. I'm horrible at trying to focus and talk at the same time. So what I'm trying to do is figure out why this reload, this event here, is not doing what it's doing. Not unless we are doing something wrong. Oh, wait a minute. Uh-huh. I get it. So what we are doing is... Yeah. Sorry. My apologies. I'm confusing myself. This is the program used for the reload. Now, to actually reload the weapon, we're going to go into the event graph and set up much like this, a custom event. So, and then from there, it's gonna go through a bunch of other pipelines that I've yet to create. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that inside here at some point. So this here is where our muzzle flash and where our projectile come out of the gun. This is our little pipeline, our set of commands that tells our projectile where it's supposed to come out of on our AK-47 mesh. Now this here is the mesh. Here, as you can see, we have, if you look up here, reduce camera speed. As I said, I am terrible at trying to work and talk at the same time. If we select our muzzle, as you can see here, this is what is called a socket. This is basically like a bone in a sense. If you ever worked with, my apologies, Blender, you will know that this is sort of like a bone. This object is a bone where you can parent or set a location for certain objects. This here is our flat. So this thing here, this pixelated thing here, is a preview of the muzzle flash. This is what you're gonna see when you fire the gun. As you can see, when we fire our weapon, the smoke and the animation for the firing system is coming out from the end of the gun and not somewhere else, like right up here. As you can now, of course, all this right here is just a general viewport. This is where you can also model. You can already start setting in like these blocks here, the ouch box, and some other general designs here to do pretty much whatever you want. You set up your scene. Now currently there is, if you are going to get into game designing, it is best to do what I am doing and basically learn how everything works. This is your scale, and each one, this scales on the x-axis, z, and then the y-axis. But let's get back to figuring out why our reload is not working. So that's our main pipeline. So I'm currently watching Xertis Learning Hub creative tutorials. It's a YouTube video series that will show you everything you need to know to start getting together a game, whether it's an FPS or even some of the other games. Some of the other game modes, third-person view, third-person game designs, first-person. It's all up to you. But this is what I've learned. The Xertis Learning Hub is a great online YouTube course that you can go on. He has a website. Link will probably be in the next video. We'll be covering more of this later on. But for right now, I'm just trying to figure out how everything works. As always, you can always, if you have a question, you can post it inside the comments or the chat if you want to. As I said, everything is as it is. adjustments and trying to figure out what do we do next. So currently I'm checking on the live stream, making sure we are still live. And we are. Looks like it's a bit laggy. But nevertheless, we are still going. Give me 1 second as we try to figure out this problem. As I said, this is my first live stream, so I'm horrible at trying to get this worked on. Well, currently I have no idea why our reload is not working, but since we're in the Unreal Engine game, why don't we boot up one of our other projects? We'll just take a look at what the Unreal Engine provides in its package. This might take a while. Terribly sorry, I'm trying to boot up another program at the current moment. While we're at it, might as well just start working on another set of commands. So right now I'm opening up the project settings and setting up making sure that my run is correct. Sorry, my jump. And that is not right. We don't want that. Oh, I see what we need to do. So what we need to do is we need to set up the third person. If I can actually open it up successfully. There we go. There we go. We want this one, I think. No. Okay. Oh, I see. So we're gonna set up a animation. We're gonna send in animation blend space. We're going to set in the SWAT, and what we're going to call this one. Rename this, we're going to call it Jump. jump underscore BS for blue script, or what is it? Alright, so what we're gonna, now BS is not what you think, so what we're gonna do is we're going to be at idle. Nope, that's not what we want. Get up there. We want this one. Idle aiming, we're gonna, so what I'm doing now is setting up the right horizontal. We're basically setting up the jump animation. So the reason why we're setting up the jump animation is because we have to have a actual, so this basically tells this is going to be the blue space, or the actual system that keeps everything in one general idea. So we're going to set name, so jump, wait a minute. So essentially what we zero, okay, so I don't know what's going on. I hope we're doing it right. Wait a minute, hold on. So we want speed and direction. I believe that is what we want. Yes, we want direction. Okay. Direction. And speed, if we are correct. Nope, that's not it. That's not it at all. Oh, jeez. As I said, I'm still learning this entire program system. Let's see, what can we do? What can we do now? What can we do now? What can we do now? Tisch, tosch, tosch, tisch. Terribly sorry for the long delay. As I said, this is my first ever live stream. Let's see here, but let's see, did we? Yes, so since we have absolutely no idea what we're doing, might as well happen to a pre-built game. So this is what is called the Starter Grid Pack by Unreal Engine. As you can see, most of the basic mechanics have been already implemented, built, and as you can see, all these are a grid system. So whenever you're making a new game, this is what you're going to pretty much be doing, using, for beginners, to make very basic systems. So when we go down this way, down memory lane, as we say, I'm terribly sorry for the accent changes that happen. Whenever I'm focused, I usually have these accent changes. As you can see, there's a wide variety of grid uses that you can use on these walls to help you with sizing, scaling, rotation, and as this is level prototyping, you can create levels. The basic features of scale are the scale, rotation, and sizing. All the grid spacing is evenly patterned, and the materials are walkthrough. Material walkthrough. That's what it was said. But as you can see, most of these materials can be changed depending on what you need. From cylinder bends, boxes, cones, cylinders, stairs, ring pieces, outer corner, inner corners, rings, pyramids, hexagons, and cylinder pieces. So as you can see, all these are used all within the game engine. And surprisingly, all these designs here are very easy to set up. If I had some extra space, I might as well get some extra space. Try to find some, oh good lord. Oddball computer. Sorry for the lag spike. So, as you can see, all these everything you see here is all using one pack, which is great for the average designer. And check this out. All this modern ingenuity has given us so much. But continuing on, go back to the lobby. This is the starter pack. As always, you can download all the starter packs, and even the worlds, the first-person view sections, and much more of the Unity market, the Unreal marketplace. Everything ranges from super expensive to absolutely free. $0, and the program is absolutely free to get. You don't have to worry about paying large amounts of money to get all this, because in the gaming world, we're all here doing one thing: making games for other people. And this in Unreal, as I said, is pretty useful when it comes to first-time game designers, because of how flexible it is, even how easy it is to use. Now, this all may seem very complex. My voice is changing. I'm very sorry for the accent change. But everything you see here is pretty easy to set up. And I will demonstrate right now. Let's first get into a more suitable area. So let's start by making another level to this. So we're going to start right here. If we are correct. If I can actually find materials. No, that's not what we want. I'm still trying to find everything. I know where everything is, don't worry. And as you can see, the starter packs give you a lot of options. So a lot of stuff. If I could actually find what I'm looking for. So game designing. If you don't know what you're doing, you will here we go. This is exactly what we're looking for. So we're going to find a floor. That's an elevator, that's a corner, that's a ceiling. Here we go. What we can do. This is what makes Unity sorry, not Unity. The Unreal Engine very easy to use is that you can literally just select a object from your content browser here and then put it in game. Very easy, just by dragging it in. No hard to understand complex designing, no need for having to figure out calculating, even setting up Python scripting just to do this. Although most animation, most 3D, most systems like this generally have the same design, some more complex than others. And as you can see, we can just easily expand in and out. So we're going to build ourselves a little bit of a new level here, just to get ourselves some, to show you how easy it is to make a very easy game in this game engine. It is very fascinating. We can even rotate it. Say if you want it to go at a higher pitch. Say if you want like an upstairs room. Simply drag this down just a little bit, give it a little pitch there. But we're going to just leave this a very flat plane. Alright. And as you can see, everything here is pretty easy to set up. You don't need to worry about too much. We can even use the flooring if you want to. Duplicate. If I'm correct, no, I don't think so. Very easy to design, and it has a snapping option, so you can have perfectly size-shaped sections without the worry and hassle having to try to calculate it or put it inside some kind of informational deal. As you can see, we already started building a full-on game level just by simply adding a few components. We're expanding. Oh, we're going thicker. Don't want that. This is it gives this entire level, this entire game, game engine, especially with the starter pack, gives you a lot more freedom to do what you want to do. Without the extra hassle of having to worry about so much. Like, as you can see, we have officially built a brand new level. Now if we just jump in game, we can actually see the level. To get to it, we're actually going to just jump into this one here. We just made ourselves a new level just by simply adding a few cosmetic changes. As you can see, most of these objects are movable. So this gives you a lot of creative ability to do almost as much as you want. And with the expert lighting, let's see if it will build the lighting. Hopefully it builds lighting. So right now, I think what we'll do is for the rest of the stream, let's start answering the questions if possible. One second. As we wait for this package to load, while we turn on some music, we'll see. We'll run it. I'll let it. So currently, what it's doing is saving. Oh, it's auto saving. Okay. The problem of this is as you can see, Unreal Engine has a lot. As I said, you could do whatever you want. You have a large amount of creative freedom, as you can say. My throat's running dry and I don't have water near me. Me. I'll remember to keep that in mind next time I do it. And in all reality, what we can do, if we want to, oops, not what I wanted. We can extend this even further. And then what we can do, spread this out so we make a nice long haul. Maybe at this end we'll have a turn. that goes into the magical room over there. Just call it that, the magical room. So we're going to paste this, actually shrink this down a bit, move it over. Oops. Encoding textures. My apologies. Oh dear, oh dear. Map check found some errors. That is usually what happens most of the time whenever it does the lighting. Now most of the time if you read the forums, you will see a lot of people just say that most of the errors are just it telling you that it found something and it's not really that important, it's not really that problematic. Same thing with me. This section here might be a bit off, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just make it look better. Most of the characters are not going to be outside this little area, so we're going to make this long hallway that's connected up to here. I might connect these sides together. Nope, that's not what we want. What we actually are going to do, might as well do this while we're going to actually connect these into this entire thing together. I'm going to just line this up a bit with the there. Same thing with this. Hopefully that's lined up enough. Oh, yeah, perfect. As you can see, perfect alignment all the way around. We're going to scooch this wall that way. And then from there, what we can do, expand this out that way. Nice long hallway. Now, of course, in the game, in the FPS game, we're going to work. It's going to be designed for. We're not really going to have this many long halls. The way I set it up now, we're probably going to have a lot. I'm going to run it off of the, much like the Titanfall does its game mechanics, as in action blocks is what they call it. What that happens is there's short little sections of game that you play through. So for example, this long hallway could be a very interesting, actually very fun action block. So say there's a wall running mechanics. You pop in through this little portal, come out. I say keep a couple guards guarding there, phase out,